Lubbock ISD Today.
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 Today. Today.
Welcome in to the 30th edition of Lubbock ISD Today. I'm your favorite host, Dilly Trevino.
And I'm Jaden Gonzalez, your favorite Jaden.
30 episodes of Lubbock ISD Today. Man, it's been a long year.
It sure has, but you have to admit it's been a fantastic one.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. And since summer is right around the corner, let's finish off the school year strong.
Lubbock has an amazing team of first responders that keep our community safe, but it takes a lot of hard work, time, and training to become one of our city heroes. That's why the ATC provides students the opportunity to begin this training early, learning from professionals in a professional environment. So future Fire Academy students at the ATC want to go tour their future training grounds to get a quick glimpse into the program and what it takes to become a firefighter.
Sticking with cool classes, our electrician program recently hosted South Plains Electric in their annual demonstration event. We are so lucky that they give up so much of their time to do this, as they talked about safety and life as a lineman. The most engaging part was their high-powered demonstrations. It was a great learning day here at the ATC.
They're donating a lot of their time to come talk to us. It's really cool because a lot of us could end up doing this one day, and it could inspire us to get into it.
And this could be igniting a passion for our students just by a single demonstration, right? And as a teacher, that's got to be gratifying.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I've actually had several students go into the high voltage lineman field. I've got one student right now that I kind of keep in touch with that graduated a couple years ago, that they're setting brand new power line poles out in the country right now. So yeah, for these guys coming out, kind of dedicating some time for LISD, it honestly does kind of spark curiosity for a lot of these students, and it opens doors for them, like, oh, that might be a really cool path. I never really thought about that. So.
Another cool path that our students can focus on is the EMT, or the Emergency Medical Technicians program. And what we saw the other day was our EMT students learning real life skills. As they're working on helping an accident patient get out of the vehicle safely, they learned all about C-spine and used their fellow classmates as an example to get a real world look at how hard it is to get a person out of a vehicle. And under the leadership of Mr. Spencer Henry, these high schoolers are learning real life skills that will prepare them for a future in this life-saving industry.
So this is an EMT basic skill. They respond to car wrecks as an EMT basic. If they worked on the streets, then they would respond to car wrecks frequently, and it's a very common skill that they use, and it's a difficult skill, so we practice it so they can be better at it.
How the students enjoyed it?
They really enjoyed this skill a lot. It's fun to do because it's outside, and it's entertaining, and it's educational, and it's something that you show like physical progress in, so it's good.
Our district prides itself on the deep roots that each Lubbock ISD school has planted in the surrounding communities over the years, through the values that teachers and administrators ingrain into each graduating class of students. So of course, Honey Elementary had to celebrate their 40th birthday to highlight the lasting impact that the school has left on thousands of students, and will continue to leave on students another 40 years from now.
Hitting 40 years, celebrating that. So what does Honey look like in the future? What are the next 40 years going to bring?
I think we're going to continue on this path of excellence. I mean, we've got 40 years to show that, we've been a top-tier campus from back in the days when they called it an exemplary campus to today where we can still boast that we're an A-rated campus. And so, things are changing, demographics are changing. We have new leadership and new opportunities, but I think our academic excellence is going to continue.
40 years of history and impacting every child every day. Congrats, Honey.
Great line there, Dilly.
Yeah, it was me, not the teleprompter.
Right. We have now been to every school, and I can say it has been a fun and amazing journey getting to visit our different school campuses.
It really has. And today we showcase 2 more stories on 2 great middle schools.
And we start with Dunbar, so let's take a look.
How do you feel pride in your school because of how long it's been around?
Well, I just want to continue doing what we're doing, keeping our school safe, doing our best, just keep trying and hold it up to the standard it was a long time ago.
Traditions, we've tried to instill some or create some within our kiddos. We're looking for our kids to start to show leadership. So that's the first thing that we look for, is our kids to take on leadership roles or take on responsibility roles. So that's what we're doing.
I've seen a lot of our students that have come through here, graduated. It kind of makes me feel really good when I'm out at a restaurant or in a store and they're like, Miss Jones or whatever, and I'm like, oh, how are you doing? I'm fine. Are you still at Dunbar? Yes, sir, I am, or yes, ma'am, I am. And they're going to school, they're trying to be educators. Some of them are trying to be educators themselves, engineers. It's just a lot of children that have come through here that have done great things when they left from here. And it's all due to the teachers that they had in the classroom setting to help them achieve and be successful.
Great work, man. 3 solid interviews over a great school.
I don't know about you, but I have loved getting to see all our different campuses.
I really have too. When we first started, we weren't really sure about it, but every time I go to a campus, I am filled with joy because our campuses really do great work.
They really do. Speaking of good work, let's see all of the great things posted on social media with our latest segment.
Aubrey, what do you have for us this week?
Thanks, guys, and welcome into Social Media Today, where we show you the cool things our schools keep posted on the internet. So let's go ahead and get started. Last week, our district hosted their Teacher and Paraprofessional of the Year receptions. We want to say congrats to all of our Teacher of the Year finalists. Sticking with last week, Monterey had their SLC prom and what was so fun for our plainsmen. The best part was that the students from all across Monterey helped to make this day possible. At Estacado, all of our students, the Lubbock ISD cabinet members, delivered beautiful flowers in honor of National Principals Day. The countdown to graduation has also officially begun. To view this year's graduation schedule and activities, go to Lubbock ISD's website for the official schedule. And finally, speaking about graduation, you know we are getting close to graduation season whenever the Lubbock ISD Fire Academy students are going about and doing this in class. So cool. And that's your first look at social media today. We'll be right back before you know it, but until then, Dilly and Jaden, let's head back to you.
10 out of 10. Enjoy the segment because we can't get to everything, but this allowed us to cover so much more.
Couldn't agree more, but sadly, Dilly, we have to take a break. So coming our way soon, we have a former Monterey Plainsman that is signed with an NFL team. You won't want to miss that.
But first, our 8th graders are getting ready to go into high school. What are their plans? We get into that coming up after this short break.
When I grow up, I want to be a zookeeper so I can take care of animals.
I want to be a heart surgeon. I love how the heart operates.
A lot harder than it looks, isn't it?
I would like to be a doctor because I can help people.
I would like to be a marine biologist when I grow up.
I want to be a lawyer.
I'm going to get an education.
I'm going to get an education.
Going to medical school.
And I'll get my degree.
With Lubbock ISD TV, our fans can always check out the highlights of all of our shows and sports broadcasts by following our social media. Superfans can even get more access by watching live streams, video on demand, and more on our website and the Lubbock ISD YouTube channel. And for the fanatics who still can't get enough of Lubbock ISD TV, we have uncut footage of Rainin punching buttons on the director's board just for you. Keep up to date with all the things Lubbock ISD TV on all of our platforms.
Wait, how long have you been here?
2,759. So every child, every day in Lubbock ISD means that from the time children start with us in pre-K until the day they graduate from high school, every child has the opportunity to access high-quality programming that will prepare them for their future and so that they can be successful as adults.
Hello and welcome to the 30th episode of Lubbock ISD Today. At the desk today, we have Jaden Gonzalez, and Dilly Trevino. Weather with Jaden Eaton. Sports with Rainan Ford. Tuned in with Hannah Gilchrist. And social media today with myself, Aubrey Noble. Now let's throw it back to the desk as we continue to the 30th episode of Lubbock ISD Today.
And with that, we are back here on Lubbock ISD Today. We are on episode 30, another milestone show.
Doing a weekly show takes commitment from all of us, and so Dilly and all our team, I want to say I'm proud of us.
I'm really proud of us too. And another thing that we should be proud of is our journey to all of our schools.
Right. Just like we said earlier, and our next school is one that is rich in tradition, Cavazos Middle School.
With the school year almost over, Rainan and Jaden Eaton set out to find out what the 8th graders' plans were after this year.
I am planning to go on to Lubbock High. I'm going to set my future up to be an engineer.
I plan on going to Lubbock High.
Are you going to do anything like in high school, like ATC?
Yes. I'm planning on trying to be a nurse.
I'm going to go to Lubbock High. I want to become a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
The high school I plan on going to is Lubbock High. I want to do the nursing program and cosmetology.
Each of them has a plan, and that's really awesome to see.
Yes, it is. Of course, the next thing that we are going to see is social media today.
Aubrey Noble is here once again with more great news from around our district. Aubrey?
What's up, everyone? We are back with round 2 of social media today. We have a ton going on the internet, so let's just get right into it. Who's ready to sing? Well, our students were. These photos are from Dunbar, but a ton of our Lubbock ISD students participated in this fun sing event at the Buddy Holly Hall. 3rd graders also enjoyed their time at the Aquatic Center as they learned all about water safety. This year, Honey Elementary celebrated their 40th anniversary. The Bears showed their school's pride at the 2nd annual Community Night. Speaking of communities, Miller Communities and Schools hosted a Paint with a Parent event. What a fun event to bring our parents together with our students. An ABC countdown to end the year, that's what Carmona Harrison pre-K students are doing. These few days that they have been celebrating so far, E is for experience, F is for foam, and G is for glow. That's very cool. And at Coronado, Jared Owens received the Nathan Burke Scholarship. Jared epitomizes Coach Burke's never quit attitude. Congrats, Jared. And that just about wraps it up for this edition of Social Media Today. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll send it right back to the desk with Dilly and Jaden.
Without question, Aubrey's voice over something just makes it that much better.
You can feel his energy and his passion about becoming a voice talent through the videos.
You really can, and I know that's right. And another super talented person is Hannah Gilchrist.
She's here in the studio today to tune us in from the news from around the globe.
Hannah, it's all yours.
Well, team, this week we showcase NASA's top photos of the year, a girl creating new ways for animals to get adopted. But let's start with a happy ending.
Zgodziłabyś się zostać moją żoną.
The language of love is universal, and just look at the happiness of this plane proposal. Polish pilot Konrad popped the question to his now flight attendant fiancée Paula. The couple first met on an assignment to Krakow, and what better way to propose than with a fun first memory? So Captain Konrad, clutching a bouquet of flowers, asked for Paula's hand in marriage during a flight from Warsaw to Krakow.
Powiedziała tak.
And everyone on board got the first glimpse at Paula rocking her new engagement ring. Lovers of love flocked to Facebook to say congrats to the pair and wishing them a happy lifetime together. Speaking of love, we turn to a girl who loves dogs and cats so much she found a creative way to help them get adopted. Recently, 11-year-old Malia Martinez from Massachusetts got a gift certificate for sewing lessons and turned that gift into a passion, making bandanas for animals that need homes. Malia is now cranking out so many of those suckers in different shapes and sizes, she's filled multiple rooms in her grandmother's home. This little hero sends her creations to local animal shelters to help jazz up the kitty cats and puppy dogs available for option.
I thought if we maybe got them a bandana, they would look cute and be like, oh, this one's cute, maybe I can adopt this one, and they would get a home.
NASA has just released their best photos of the year in an out-of-this-world online collection that isn't just stellar, it's interstellar. Researchers at the agency's headquarters handpicked 100 images capturing the best moments of 2023 and are all now available to view on NASA's website. Some highlights include an explosive up-close look at the launch of the massive rocket to a very up-close look at a teeny tiny sample from the asteroid Bennu, which headlined the OSIRIS-REx mission and its much heralded return to Earth. The full album is worth a gander for a complete look at what was going up, what was coming down, what was going on, what was going above and beyond, or simply the amazing people who made it all possible. This surreal smiling robot is ready for its own photo shoot. It's already the face of a new study published in Science Robotics. EMA, the robotic brainchild of the Creative Machines Lab at Columbia Engineering, uses 2 different AI systems to not only make eye contact with humans, but to predict when they are about to smile and then smile back. And here I thought a smiling face couldn't give me nightmares. EMO's equipped with high-resolution cameras in its eyes and 26 robotic facial muscles to produce a gregarious grin that's being called a revolution in robotic-human interaction. And in the movie scene, Disney released their first trailer for the new Lion King movie, Mufasa. The Lion King tells Mufasa's backstory. It's a prequel to the 2019 photorealistic movie. Among the cast, Aaron Pierre is Mufasa, and Beyoncé returns to voice Nala. Her daughter, Blue Ivy, is the voice of King Simba's daughter. A number of actors from the 2019 film cast are also returning. Mufasa, The Lion King hits theaters on December 20th. And with that, you are officially tuned in. We hope you have had a great week and a great rest of your school year. Dilly and Jaden, back to you.
Speaking with Hannah after seeing her script, I think we can both agree that the Mufasa movie could have been really good if it was just 2D.
For real, it would have been a good way to get back to the great 2D movies.
Right? I mean, man. You know, Jaden, the weather has been something else lately.
I agree, and it feels weird being the anchor today and not knowing not the weather anchor, but my fellow Jaden joins us now to fill us in on this week's weather. Jaden, are we going to have a repeat of Wednesday's crazy rain?
We have a chance of more rain on the way. And in fact, we had almost an inch of rain here on the South Plains in the last 7 days. But for today, May 3rd, we're looking pretty good here at the station. We're currently seeing mostly cloudy conditions and much cooler weather across the South Plains. We are seeing temps in the mid-60s right now, with rain chances that will start to pick up in the nighttime hours. And that leads into our weekend forecast. For the 4th and 5th, make sure to go out and vote on the 4th. And bring a jacket when you do, or an umbrella. Things will be cooler. And showers and thunderstorms will be likely for Saturday. And for Cinco de Mayo on Sunday, some storms will be lingering around. It will be a scattered thunderstorm kind of day, with the sun popping out here and there. But overall, it'll be a rainy weekend, and that brings us to our 7-day forecast. The cold weekend will lead into some warmer and breezy days ahead. The sun will make its return on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. By Friday, cloud coverage will start rolling back and temps will drop a bit. But rain is on the way, and we want it to keep coming because we always need it here in the South Plains. Team?
You love to hear that. Thanks so much for the weather, Jaden.
Now let's take our mind off of all that real quick and take a quick break. And so when we return, we time out with Mr. Ward. What does he have for us this week? We just have to wait and see.
But first, we have a baseball and softball teams in the playoffs. We share all these exciting details coming up.
LISD TV will return after this short break.
Talk about. So we look at the fundamental of livestock animals. So primarily we're looking at beef, pork, and lamb, and poultry as well. But we're able to take full carcasses in and have students understand the mechanics and the anatomy and the muscle and meat biology of what makes those animals what they are.
Be when you grow up? What do you want to be?
A teacher. I want to be a singer because I always sing at home and I love singing.
A police officer so I can save people's lives.
I want to be a police officer so I could go to the academy and then maybe if I pass the academy to become a police officer.
I want to be a pediatrician because they could work with little kids.
Hello everyone and welcome to Gameplay. I'm Hannah Gilchrist, a junior at Lubbock High School and filling in for Raiden Ford because he couldn't be here today. This is that time of year that our baseball and softball teams have been working so hard for, and that is the playoffs. And happening today, the Monterey softball team is playing El Paso del Valle in the area round of the playoffs. In Game 1, the Plainsmen raced past them to win 15-4. They are now playing Game 2 right now, and we wish them all the best. And speaking of playoffs, the Monterey guys are playing Amarillo High in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Their first game is tonight at 6 p.m., and Game 2 will be tomorrow. Good luck to everyone in the playoffs. And over on the track and field scene, we have athletes from Estacado and Lubbock High at state, right now competing in the UIL state meet. We will have all the results on next week's show, but recently our Elena Lucero created a recap from her cross-country season. Let's take a look.
I'm so ready for this. I know you're ready for this. One question. Are you really ready? Ha, I see you coming back from home. We got the goodie, get you some. She like, baby, where you from? I said, we out of this world, give me your hand, I'll show you hope. My love, my dear, my girl, show you, give you my world. All eyes on me, I know. Do this song for you, let's go. She said,
And sticking at Monterey, after having the fastest 40-yard dash at the Big 12 Pro Day, 20 to 18 Plainsmen graduate, Xavier White has signed on to be a pro. Just a few hours after the NFL draft ended, Lubbock ISD's own signed with the Indianapolis Colts on a free agent deal. Right now, you are looking at some of his highlights from 2017, but he will report to their facility soon, and we wish him all the best as he represents Texas Tech and Lubbock ISD on the NFL stage. Sticking on the gridiron, some of our teams are in the middle of spring football. And so that gave Mr. Ward the idea for us to create a sports action edit that could be our open to our broadcast next year. Let's take a look at what Elena Lucero turned in.
It's a beautiful day today at Lowry Field. We interrupt this production to introduce.
Get it in. Straight ahead, there's Jamarcus Smith at the goal line. I'm telling you, but right. Nobody else can do this job.
Trying to go over the middle, and for real here, wide open. He catches it into the target. Right open.
Elena did a great job on that, and we will watch a few more next week right here on Sports.
That's awesome. I really enjoy how she started that.
Right? The old TV and voiceover was great. Speaking of great, next week's will be great too.
I will be locked in. Thanks for Sports, Hannah.
Of course.
And still to come on this edition of Lubbock ISD Today, we had the show with Mr. Ward as he calls a timeout.
So stick with us. We'll wrap up the show right after the sports break.
I'm really excited. We're going to work on our first LAISD Today show. It's going to be super good. I'm so excited to work with everybody. Everybody's going to do awesome.
The show starts in 5 minutes. Hurry up!
Faster! Faster!
Come on, go! Run back and forth! You drop over, you idiot!
You know what? If Billy's gonna yell at us, let's go check out the script he's been working on.
Yeah. Only 5 words?
I can explain. I only had...
Welcome to Lubbock ISD Today!
Get me excited about your program.
Okay.
Go up, and the full process of it is pretty cool to watch.
This is going to give you the hands-on experience. You're going to get to come out and have fun. It's going to be cold some days. It's going to be really hot some days. But it's always going to be fun. It's always going to be, I hate to use the word educational because that just makes it sound like the rest of school. But it is educational. It's just in a whole different aspect from sitting in your history class.
You do it, you learn actual skills from it, and you'll take away from it instead of just having a class that you don't like. But it's really enjoyable.
Yes, I know I've actually been partnered with several students who have worked with me in the field after they graduated here, and I know of quite a few more that have gotten jobs out in the field that are still working to this day in the field.
We are going to end up the show as we normally would with Mr. Ward. Take it away.
Well, thanks so much, team. This week on Time Out with Mr. Ward, we time out to say, wow, we made it to episode 30, and that is something to be really proud of. And a lot of people might not know this, but we started the year when we rebranded this new show. We went from being reel to reel to Lubbock ISD Today. And we turned the show into an award-winning show. Our students created all the elements for this show, from the graphics to the stories, from the music to the commercials. They've done it all, and that's big time. We only took off 1 week this year, and now doing this show, for that show was our drone curriculum. But outside of that, our classroom has been running like a newsroom. We've been having tight deadlines and big goals to help our show grow. And I would say we've checked off that box. Now it's me, Mr. Ward, timing out on Lubbock ISD Today. I'll send it back to our team of 4 at the desk.
Thanks so much, Mr. Ward. We are all proud of what we have created here, and we are locked in for our last few short weeks in the coming days.
And I know a lot of people are locked into the weather this week. Jaden Eaton joins us now with our final check of the weather. Jaden, how are we looking with the rain chances this week?
Well, team, we will have more rain on the way. In our 7-day forecast we see on Saturday the 4th, it will be generally cloudy that day. But similarly to the rain that we saw on Wednesday of this week, we will have a chance of heavy winds and small hail, and those chances will resurface on Sunday morning. Local forecasters are saying the rain should hit late on Saturday night and will carry over into Sunday morning. And we will have all of this before we hit some drier, hotter patterns as we continue on to next week. But watch out for some local heavy rainfall over at the course of this weekend.
More rainy days ahead, huh? Sign me up.
Me too, but sadly, that is going to do it for today's show.
The afternoon class will be back next week to share more amazing things and opportunities only found on Lubbock ISD Today.
Technical Director, Aaron Gulick. Audio Engineer, Siri Ulora. Pro Presenter Operator, Daniel Ball. At the desk today, we have Jaden Gonzalez and Dilly Trevino. Weather with Jaden Eaton. Sports with Rainen Ford. Tuned in with Hannah Gilchrist. And social media today with myself, Aubrey Noble. And thank you again to the first years for helping out with the show.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.
You know, it's no secret that we are extremely lucky to have everything we do here at Lubbock ISD TV, but we want to take a moment and pause to say thank you. Thank you for watching student-produced television right here on Lubbock ISD TV.